Hey guys, what's going on? Russo here bringing you guys a brand new video today, and today we are bringing you a level 3 guide on how to get 100 kudos in order for your level 3 to be able to get onto Fossil Island. So before we get into the video, I just want to say thank you so much to my buddy HFJay for helping me out with this guide. It was very, very helpful of you, Jay. Thank you so much. I will leave a link to his guide in the description below so you guys can go ahead and check that out. But we basically took that guide, did it ourselves, turned it into video form so we can explain to you guys the best way to get level 3 as Fossil Island does release today, and we are very excited for this content. So the first thing you're actually going to want to do on your account is actually do the VARROCK Museum quiz. So this will actually grant you 28 kudos, and as a level 3 starting out, this is very, very good to do as well, just based off of the experience that it gives you. So the VARROCK Museum quiz is located on the bottom floor of the VARROCK Museum, and what you're going to want to do is go around to all the exhibits. I believe there's 3 or 4 questions per exhibit that you will actually want to answer. Once you have completed the north, the south, the west, and the east floor, you will go talk to the guy in the museum, and he will actually grant you 1000 Slayer XP and 1000 Hunter XP. Now, if you're a brand new level 3 starting out, you will actually get 9 Hunter and 9 Slayer from this 1000 XP. This will also grant you 28 kudos towards your 100 kudos that you actually need to get for the island. Now, there is stuff on Fossil Island that will actually require more than 100 kudos, but this will allow you as a level 3 to get access to the island and be able to explore those different options that are going to be offered to you. So the next thing that you guys want to do is actually called cleaning finds. So cleaning finds are actually available in the VARROCK Museum as well. They are located on the east side of the museum. There's a little room where, as you guys can see, the screen is a little bit blurry in the background, but as you guys can see, there are people at tables that are constantly cleaning. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to use your trowel. You want to trowel, a rock pick, and a specimen brush, and you're actually going to go over to this little pile of dirt, keep on searching, and then you're going to break open the rocks with the specimens that you find, and eventually you will find these five items. Now, each one of these items is going to have to be placed on their exhibit. So you see the ancient coin, pottery, old coin, ancient symbol, and old symbol. So 44, 22, 45, 37, and 36 is the number of the exhibit that they actually are. So after you completed finding all these items, you will take this item, place it on the exhibit, and you will actually be granted 10 kudos. So each one of these is 10 kudos, which is the equivalent of 50 kudos. So if you did the VARROCK Museum quiz, and if you did the cleaning finds themselves, you will now have a total of 78 kudos. Keep in mind, we do need 100 kudos to enter onto the island. This is very, very simple. I was able to do it in around 20 tries or so. There are a couple other items that you get. I believe you can get a clean necklace, which is actually pretty rare. You could also use the clean necklace with any one of those people in that little room that you are digging up these items in, and it'll actually grant you some teleport. So the next thing we want to do is the DIGSITE quest. Now, keep in mind, guys, I did show you the VARROCK Museum, and I did show you the cleaning finds together because they're both located in the museum, but you do have to do the DIGSITE quest before you can actually do the cleaning find. So just make sure that you guys do understand that. So we went ahead and did the DIGSITE quest. This grants you 5 kudos, and obviously it grants you access to be able to clean those findings in the VARROCK Museum. So as of currently right now, we do have 83 kudos. We have about 17 kudos left to go, but this quest is very, very important. It is a little bit lengthy, and it is a little bit long. For those of you who have not done this quest, you actually have to do the same thing 3 times in a row. You have to go to the examiner, ask them you get asked a bunch of questions, excuse me, go find the answers out, come back, and you have to rinse and repeat that process quite frequently. So the next quest that we actually went ahead and did was called Demon Slayer. So this quest was a little bit scary for us. So we are at level 3. You are probably wondering, how in the heck did we actually complete this quest? The way that we actually completed this quest is we actually used rings of recoils and lobsters, as you guys can see in my inventory on the right there. So this quest is a little bit difficult. You have to be a little bit worried and a little bit careful because this is an instanced area. So you do have to go get a sword. You do have to actually initiate the fight with the demon, but this is an instance area, so make sure you guys don't pop in and out of the instance area. And once again, this quest will also grant you 5 kudos as well. So there's 7 quests in total that we're going to be going through. I will show you guys all 7 quests, but there are a couple things with some of them, and I will kind of get to that as well. So far we have 88 kudos points right now. We are 12 away from getting our 100, and you can do these quests in any order you want. Just keep in mind, you do have to do the DIGSITE, like I mentioned before, in order to do the cleaning finds. So just make sure you do the DIGSITE first, or the VARROCK Museum first, whatever you want to do. I did VARROCK Museum, then DIGSITE, then the cleaning finds, and then I kind of went on with the rest of the quests that we are doing here. So the next quest that you do have the option to do is actually the Observatory quest. Now this one is one that we definitely need to talk about, especially as a level 3. So as you can see right here, you get 2 quest points, 2,250 crafting XP, and a payment depending on which constellation you observe. there will be a link in the description below to the different constellations that can pop up. You have a 33% chance that the quest can't actually be completed because of the types of rewards that you are given, depending on what type of constellation you see in your telescopic lens. So at the end, just to kind of preface this, at the end of the quest, the professor will actually tell you to look through the telescope. You will see a certain constellation. Depending on what that constellation is, you will be granted a prize by the professor, which you can see in the bottom reward right there, a payment depending on which constellation you observed. Depending on the constellation you observe, you will get a prize. Now, 66% of these are good. The other 33% do involve combat experience. So there is a slight chance that you will not be able to complete this quest. I was very, very lucky, and I actually got to complete this. I actually landed on Gemini. But like I said, below will be a link to a OSR's wiki page that gives you a picture or a visual image and the rewards of every single constellation that you can observe in the telescope. So if you guys are at risk of getting combat experience, make sure you guys do not talk to the professor after you look through the telescope. So the next quest that we actually did was HAZEEL Cult. So this quest also, there's two different sides to it. The side you want to go with is you actually want to go and get the poison and not team up with HAZEEL. You don't want to team up with the people in the house. You actually want to team up with a guy that is actually trying to poison them and poison the the family who the quest is kind of about. So what we did here, we did this. This also offers 5 kudos. There is 2 ways, like I mentioned before. One way will not allow you to do it because you do have to get some combat experience, or you risk getting combat experience. You don't risk getting combat experience from the rewards. As you can see, you only get 1 quest point, 2,000 coins, and 1,500 thieving experience. And as mentioned before, guys, we do have 5 kudos. So far, we are actually up to 98 kudos in total, which we only need 2 more kudos. Like I mentioned before, there are 7 quests. You only need to complete 5 of them. Some of them do risk a level 3 getting combat experience, so you do have to be very, very careful, and I'll kind of touch upon that. But there's definitely pros and cons for which quest that you do. I chose to play the safest route. I did not want to get any combat experience, so I will kind of allude to you guys what I did and what I didn't do. So after completing HAZEEL Cult, like I mentioned, we have 98 kudos points. We are 2 off. And the next quest that we did, as you can see right here, is the quest called Merlin's Crystal. So there's one very, very difficult portion. It's actually what you can see in the back end of the screen. So there's a portion when you go to VARROCK, or Keeplefay, excuse me, and in Keeplefay you actually have to attack this woman's son. When you go up to attack this woman's son, he will constantly attack you until you're very, very, very close to killing him, and then the woman will tell you to stop. So as a level 3, you're going to want to take Rings of Recoil and a lot of food. In my case, I'm actually taking cakes. I was very, very close to running out of this. There is a quest requirement that says you need level 20 attack, but when you actually go and complete Merlin's Crystal and actually go and release Merlin from this crystal himself, all you have to do is take the Excalibur in your inventory and use it on the crystal. Once completing this quest, you will be getting 6 quest points. Obviously, you'll have the Excalibur, but as a level 3, you won't be able to wield this, and this will also grant you 5 kudos. So as of right now, we do have 103 kudos that we currently have. So like I mentioned before, all you have to do is complete 5 out of the 7 quests that I'm going to be showing you guys today. It's very, very simple. Some do offer combat experience, so you do have to be very, very careful. But like I said, there are pros and there are cons to doing certain quests. So we decided to go the safer route. We did DIGSITE, we did Demon Slayer, we did Observatory quest, we did HAZEEL Cult, and we also did Merlin's Crystal. So the other quest that I was kind of alluding to, there are 2 other quests, Rune Mysteries and Shield of Arav. Now, Rune Mysteries is fairly basic. Everybody pretty much needs to do this. In order to start the rune crafting skill, you have to do Rune Mystery. So 99.9% of the people that do play this game, especially level 3s, because they want to try to max their account or they want to try to get rune crafting up, will probably have done Rune Mysteries. This was a quest that I've already done. This was a quest that I've already done way, way, way back when I started the game. And the reward from that is 1 quest point, the rune crafting skill, and an air talisman. So no risk of combat XP there. That will also give you 5 kudos. So any of the previous quests that we just alluded to, that I showed you guys, that will actually take the place of this, if you would like. So this will also grant you 5 kudos once completed. And the other quest that you want to do is Shield of Arav. Now, you do not want to pick the Phoenix Gang. This will actually risk combat experience. There is a step where you have to attack a NPC called Johnny the Beard. I believe he does have around 10 hit points, which will grant you 40 combat experience. So you do not want to pick Phoenix Gang. You actually want to go pick the Black Arm Gang and have your friend actually run in there, kill the guys for you, give you your key, go in there, grab the Phoenix crossbows, and get out of there. So that's what you can do as a level 3. Make sure you do not pick the Phoenix Gang. So the last quest that you do have available to you is called A Tale of Two Cats. This quest also grants you 5 kudos. One thing that you do in this is you get 2 quest points plus a mystery present. Now, The mystery presents, I believe, do grant you XP, and you can get Slayer XP from this as a level 3, but the risk that you do run with this is that you actually potentially, or you will get combat XP during the quest itself. So that is all the quest. That is how you want to max out your account on level 3 for Fossil Island. This in total will get you 113 kudos if you do everything. As mentioned before, you only need to complete 5 out of the 7 quests. You do not need to complete all 7 out of 7. So with this being said, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you guys have any questions, make sure you guys do please leave them in the comment section below. There's a lot of helpful guides in the info section below as well. But like I said, if you have any questions, make sure you do ask me. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and we'll see you next video, guys.